Urban Gameplay, bringing you the most explosive gaming review on the planet. Yo, what's good, peeps? Welcome to this Urban Gameplay review, which we're going to try and bring to the channel weekly. This review will be based on Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which has been out for around close to 3 months now. Honestly speaking, I was going to do this review a few weeks back, but I wanted to really chill with the game for a bit before rushing my judgment. I'm not the biggest Call of Duty fan on the planet, so I didn't really want to give a biased opinion without actually spending a lot of time playing the game. It's hard to deny what Call of Duty has brought to the genre of first-person shooters. When it comes to shooters, you have to say that Call of Duty is definitely an iconic one, as it manages to bring in front of more than 10 iterations of modern as well as old school combat. With Call of Duty Black Ops 3, we get far into the future, around 50 years from now, and we have the opportunity to experience life unlike never before. One thing for sure, I know all Call of Duty fans already own the game, but there are quite a few gamers like me who was definitely sitting on the fence, don't know whether to take the plunge or not. So hopefully this video will give you kind of an insight of whether the game is worth buying, whether it lives up to the hype and expectations. Anyway peeps, enough chit chat, let's get into it and give my opinion on Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Story. Call of Duty Black Ops 3 focuses on global changes that will take place in the next 50 years or so and the repercussions that they bring into the table. The reality is that the world starts to become a grim place and only the black operatives can save us from a complete chaos and disaster. Aside from the main story, which is action-packed and can be considered as impressive, the game does a great job when it comes to adding more campaign content thanks to 2 different zombie campaigns. The first one focuses on a new crew, but it seamlessly transitions to the next one, which uses Call of Duty Black Ops 2 zombie mode characters in order to create a wacky yet fun story. Without throwing any spoilers or anything, I'd say as a whole the 3 stories are fairly decent and offer a lot of value, especially for a game that's not famously known for its story. I'm not gonna lie though, I personally got a little bored of the main campaign story rather quickly, as I did feel at times it was a little disengaging, but at the same time I do respect the efforts of what the developers did here. I still have to applaud how they executed the storyline, and I suppose by adding 3 different stories into the game did give it a bit of nice depth and at least give us some form of context to the characters. Gameplay. Moving into the gameplay, when it comes to the campaign, we have 4-player cooperative mode, and that on its own brought some changes to the design of the game. Basically, the worlds are more open, unlike ever before. You can customize your character, and on top of that, you can access a progression system which features unlocked. My main gripe is the campaign mode isn't that long, and I did kind of get a little bit disengaged throughout time, but on the bright side, you do get a nightmare mode when you complete it, and this one will allow you to access a new narrative, and zombies will replace normal enemies. A very interesting change, to be honest. Moving into one of the greatest modes in my opinion, the multiplayer mode for Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is definitely a great feature. The progression system and tons of unlockable things is so cool, and it's definitely one of the modes that will have you playing for hours. I feel one of the coolest things about the multiplayer mode is that it manages to offer numerous classes that have special weapons and a whole bunch of other cool mechanics. With Call of Duty Black Ops 3 you also get a new momentum based movement system, which I personally wasn't really a big fan of. It does remind me a little of Titanfall, but we'll go into that a little bit later. They also added a paint shop and a gunsmith that allows you to customize the guns you use and attachments, for example, so no 2 guns will be the same if you want to enter a little customization heaven of your own. I had a love-hate relationship with the zombie mode, but I do think it had a really cool progression system that makes it easy for players to unlock items similar to the campaign and multiplayer mode. They're also integrated multiple bonuses here in order to spruce up the entire experience and make it more interesting, which is always a good thing. Positives. Moving into some of the positives, the multiplayer is superb. That will definitely keep you playing for hours and hours, trust me. There's also so much to unlock in this game which adds the longevity and makes the grinding worthwhile. I do like the fact that they remade the old Deriz map, now called the Giant, which I do feel will bring back some really cool memories. And as much as I wasn't the biggest fan of the campaign mode, I do feel the fact that it's 4-player co-op does add so many different elements to the gameplay. Negatives. Okay, moving into some of the negatives, this might just be a personal perspective and might be perceived differently from other players, but I did feel that the new Zombies Shadow of Evil is a massive map and I found it to be pretty complicated at times, and it did take me a few games to understand what was actually going on. It is fun, don't get me wrong, but probably wasn't my favorite, and I did prefer the zombies back in the days as it was more simple and straightforward and straight to the point in my opinion. The mode is still fun, so don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to knock this mode or anything, but it might grow on me as time progresses and I have a few more games under my belt. Yet again, another personal gripe, I wasn't really the biggest fan of the wall gliding and jumping and all of that. Obviously this is based in the future, so I do understand that the mechanics are slightly different and trying to reflect the time frame of the gameplay, but for me I feel like it did take away the realism of the gameplay, and at times it just didn't feel as intuitive as if you was playing this particular feature or game mechanics in a game like Titanfall, for example.
Final verdict.
Okay, time for the $1 million question as we move into the final verdict. Is Call of Duty Black Ops 3 worth buying 3 months later? Before I give you my final thoughts, let's take a look at the ratings across the leading gaming sites. IGN scored a massive 9.2. They're saying that Black Ops 3 has a superb co-op mode with so much to unlock. GameSpot scored a 7 out of 10 for Call of Duty Black Ops 3, stating that it has a great multiplayer, but kind of put down the campaign mode, stating it to be a little bit boring. Personally, I wouldn't class it as the best first-person shooter game that I've ever played. I do feel like it's been ages since I've had real fun playing a Call of Duty game, especially with games like Halo, Battlefield, even Titanfall. As I mentioned before, I've never been the biggest fan of the franchise, but games like Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare 1, and also Modern Warfare 2, Black Ops 1 were definitely games that I really enjoyed. After playing Black Ops 3, I've definitely been surprised. The game is really fun. The cool things about Call of Duty Black Ops 3 is the fact that the game manages to bring in front a wide range of cool mechanics that are fun, enjoyable, and more than impressive for sure. For me, the multiplayer was extremely fun and will keep you playing for hours upon end. I'm really happy to see that the franchise seems to be picking up and definitely heading in the correct direction. To be honest, there's still loads of great competition in terms of the first-person shooter genre. There's games like Halo 5, obviously you've got 6 Siege, which I must admit the competition is extremely steep, which definitely is a good thing from my perspective. I don't think there's a right or wrong decision. Obviously it depends on what you're into. With such a fantastic active community like the Call of Duty Black Ops 3 fans, you have to admit that you'll definitely find a few cool games to play online. Anyway peeps, I hope you enjoyed the review. We're definitely going to wrap it up. Let me know in the comments below if you're a Call of Duty Black Ops 3 fan or whether you're sitting on the fence and what's your thoughts of the game so far. As I mentioned before, I'm going to try and bring a weekly review to the channel, even at least 3 times a month if possible. Anyway peeps, until next urban gameplay video, we definitely say peace out. Don't forget to like, share, comment below and let me know your thoughts. Peace out peeps.
Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more cool urban gameplay videos.